Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of me trying to drive a car as fast as I can. Today I will be driving the Mercedes W11 around Mugello, the famous 2020 Formula 1 car that dominated 2020 season. In the hands of Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas, it did rather well, and it has been widely recognized as the fastest Formula 1 car ever made, at least over 1 lap, because former F1 cars were much faster in a race trim because they had refueling and whatnot, the early 2000s cars, but certainly these cars are nothing to scoff at. And so I today decided to race this car, and now as we see, I'm setting off on a hot lap, 4th gear, waiting on the throttle in 5th gear. A lot of understeer in the first attempt, but hey, that's how it is, I suppose. And then all the way up into 8th gear, sticking to the outside, and then braking at 330 kph, turning in. And that coast you see was my previous coast where I did, I think, a 16.1, and my goal was to beat Lewis Hamilton's lap record, and as you can see, it didn't start off well. I'm using a controller with advanced gamepad assist, so yeah, I suppose it's a bit assisted, but hey, I can't make smooth movements with my steering column, at least. You can see it here as well. Even with the assist, my steering is quite janky because making finer movements like that is quite difficult. And anyways, we're coming up to 3rd sector and we threw it off the track. So I then decided to race this car because I wanted to see if I can take the infamous Casanova, Seville and Arrabbiatas 1 and 2 flat out. As you can see, it is harder than you think. And anyways, we ran out of ERS after a while. I extended the track quite a bit. Well, then again, so did everyone in the 2020 season. So I suppose it is forgivable. Anyways, we did a 20.2, which is nearly 5 seconds off what Lewis Hamilton did. So we had to do better. It's a short lap and 5 seconds is a lot of time. So yeah. And this first bit, in the first sector, it's completely flicking left and right, and this fast changes of direction are quite tricky actually. And somehow we negotiated it quite well now, and coming up to Casanova, and I did the wheel on the grass, and then that ruined all the momentum. And Arrabbiatas, and there you go. I turned it a bit too early and then turned in again, understeered off the track, and there you go. This went on for a while, these attempts, and yeah, we almost lost it through Palagio, but alright, we made it somewhat. And I turned in too early, and so I decided to restart the session. This is the best thing to do, continuously doing the cool down lap, putting it in charge mode and all that. It takes a lot of time, and I just wanted to do a hot lap. So yeah, this also shows how difficult it is to turn a hot lap in a Formula 1 car, and I'm quite impressed by how Formula 1 drivers do actually. And now we are coming up to 8th gear at 330 kph. I reached the limits of my cognitive abilities during this attempt. I was on it for an hour and a half, and did I beat that time? Well, we will know later, certainly. And this lap again, it was attempt number 3, I believe. Yeah, we took the second flip quite well, but going through Casanova again turned in too early, and just like that we lost all momentum. And look at that, look at the ghost runner like that. But the speed through which these cars take corners though, damn, and Palagio turned in again too early and then ran off track. A huge snap of oversteer, and that's about it. And so I decided to, restart the session yet again. This time I increased the downforce a tad and I wanted to see how it goes, but I'm also running out of ERS at the end of the hot lap, so yeah, I believe I had changed the ERS settings to linear rather than a hot lap so that it lasts a little longer. And damn, that was an extension and a half, a track extension and a half. You will not get away with it in 2023 or 2022 seasons, certainly well over the white lines. And braking again, turned in too early for the first turn, San Donato, and we lost a lot of time. Again, turned in too late and we lost a lot of time. So restart again. And now I decide to crank up the downforce even more. I cranked up only front downforce, thinking that it would somehow help me turn a bit better. As you can see, well, I was deliberating, should I change the rear wing as well, or what should I do with this car? But then again I decided to get on with it, and so I did. And now we're coming up to 4th gear, 5th gear, and yeah, I don't know why I intentionally extended the track there, but well, there we go. And now I'm not an expert certainly, and it took me quite a while to get this thing tamed. And yeah, we went too wide in the first turn and again turned in too early and lost a lot of momentum, and turned in too early again to Poggio Secco, and we lost time again. And yeah, don't mind the MGUH settings, they were the MGUK settings rather. I don't know why they are bound to look left, but yeah, that's what it is. And so now the final attempt, I decided to drop the downforce a little so that I can get a little bit more straight line speed, and I think yeah, there was nothing else I could do really, because the Lewis Hamilton reached what, 317 kph in the straight, on the front straight, pitch straight. But if I went that slow, I can't make up time in the corner, so I decided to sacrifice a bit of downforce for extreme straight line speed, and I don't know, let's see what happens. So coming up to the start finish line at 330 kph, we pass the 200, 100, 150, and we brake exactly at the 100-meter board, turn in early, take a late apex, and then get on the throttle as early as you can. And then turn in early through Lupo, and then again turn in again through Poggio Secco immediately, and then accelerate up to 7th gear, brake, a downshift, and then a bit of a lift, and then that's it, get going. And through Casanova, completely flat out, and a little left through Saveni, but yeah, that was more of a competence lift, could have taken it flat out. And Arabiatas, well, that was way on the limit, but we took it flat out. And braking into Scarpera, brake too late, and then got on the power early as well, so that way we made up a ton of time on the ghost. And then this final turn I took 2 bites, but Corinthia, it somehow worked out and got on the throttle early. And then through the chicane we essentially straight lined it, essentially that's what you're supposed to do. And then we're coming up to the final corner you've seen, and yeah, the flick into the corner, the way the car responds and the way the car is planted, damn, it's satisfying to drive. And across the line of 115.986, and that was about it really. I couldn't go any faster. I was still 9/10 off, but well, better than 1 minute 20 I suppose. So there we are. And now let's look at a replay. Yeah, I was still contemplating to do another lap, but then again I don't see the point. So there it is, the replay. And yeah, I'm still figuring out where the lap started. So yeah, there we are, that's where the lap started. And again, speeding up to 330 kph this time round. I decided to turn off the UI, but keeping the speed felt like a good thing to do, so I did. And yeah, we took a late apex, which worked out. A lift through the first turn, and then again a lift again to Poggio Secco, and then coming up to Materassi we lifted completely, and then a slight lift in 5th gear, before we come to Casanova, which was a slight lift, and then Savalia was a little larger lift, but we carried a ton of speed, more than what Lewis Hamilton did through the turn, and we negotiated Arabiatas quite well. And yeah, sounds amazing, doesn't it? For what it's worth. It's not a V10, but for a V6, oh yeah. All in all, I'm quite pleased with this lap. It went quite well. And if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and see you all soon. Goodbye.